inside the Clark Athletic Center on the campus of UMass Boston. I'm JJ Sylvia, joined alongside myself by my partner and cousin, Mr. Carter Sylvia. It's the Final Four, everyone, as your 6th-ranked Somerset-Berkley Raiders get set to face off against the 7th-ranked Masconomet Chieftains for a trip to the state championship. And Carter, Masconomet, we were talking about it pregame, they have a game plan coming into this one, don't they?
Oh yeah, their game plan, what I've heard from around the community, is they're planning on Colton Pacheco all day long. They're setting plays to really shut him down.
Colton Pacheco has been one of the offensive catalysts for the Raiders during this playoff run. He led the team in scoring during the regular season and then was a big part of their most recent wins. So a lot to be expected on that side. But for the Masconomet Chieftains, under a first-year head coach, some pretty big expectations in their first trip to the Final Four in program history.
Yeah, very impressive run by Masconomet. Probably not expected at the start of the season to be in the Final Four, especially with the first-year head coach, but respects go out to them for really having a great run.
Raiders and Chieftains about to do battle. Let's head down to court level as we do player introductions and the national anthem. We'll be right back here on SB Blue Raider Studios and Somerset Access TV. Well, here we go, Mr. Cotte. I've been saying this a lot during the playoff run, but the wait is over. Final Four basketball about to get underway here on Somerset Access TV and SB Blue Raider Studios on YouTube. And Carter, as we take a look at the Masconomet Chieftains, there's a couple of big names in terms of scoring. Obviously, the guard, Jimmy Farrell, as well as others, including Devin O'Brien. A lot of offensive juggernauts that the Raiders' defense is going to have to account for tonight against the Chieftains.
For sure, John, but as for the Raiders, they probably have one of the best defenses in the state, mainly by number 13, Dom Taylor, who is known for his defensive prowess.
Taylor, Bjork, and others will look to stiffen up on the defensive end tonight, as we see a battle of 6 versus 7 with only one place left to go for the victor, and that is the state championship this weekend. Let's meet the starting lineups for these two sides. First, for the number 7-ranked Masconomet Chieftains, it will be Jimmy Farrell, Cal Weidman, Devin O'Brien, Thomas Denton, and Jamison Vella. And for your Somerset-Berkley Raiders, Max Finlaw, Colton Pacheco, Dom Taylor, Brennan McDonald, and Finn Bjork. Tip-off will be won by the Raiders. Farrell, a 3rd chance, also unsuccessful, but the 4th is finished off by Jamison Vella. And the first points of this Final Four belong to Masconomet.
That's really just a lack of defensive play there by the Raiders. They really got to pick up those 3rd and 4th chances, because those are what can kill you in a game.
McDonald for Pacheco. Right in front of a loud Masconomet student fan section. Now Finlaw, the spin in the paint. He'll float and put it in. Beautiful work once again by Max Finlaw.
Max Finlaw picking up where he left off in the Leominster game, where he had 25 points, and hopefully he does that tonight as well.
Thrown out thus far, Masconomet has an answer.
And that's what other teams the Raiders have played have lacked. Really an answer for their offensive prowess, as Max Finlaw drains another one as usual.
Finlaw with 2 bodies right in front of him. A tough finish. Under 5 to play. Fast break working for Masco thus far. Pass to the near side. A 3-pointer on the way. Comes up short for Jimmy Farrell. Kept in bounds, and Bjork will lead McDonald. And now Dom Taylor. Taylor the step-in 3. He got it! Dom Taylor from downtown. Raiders jump in the lead, 9-6. Vella will give it up. Moving on the baseline and going with the up and under is Jimmy Farrell, and that will bring on a timeout for the Masconomet Chieftains. Carter, you have to love the back and forth from both squads thus far here in quarter 1.
For sure, John. It's been more of a dogfight type of game. Not a lot of heavy scoring, a lot of missed chances, but that's the type of games you get in the Final Four, heavy defensive games.
Jimmy Farrell off a screen, gets it to Weidman. Weidman thought about it, now he'll give it up as the perimeter is swung inside. Farrell, his jumper, got it. Nice shot there from Jimmy Farrell. And with under a minute to play, a 3-point Masconomet lead here in the first quarter, 12-9. Finlaw for Bjork. Finn looking to drive on Rossi, spins to the corner. Max Finlaw, strong. And the board comes out to Jimmy Farrell. He'll look to push the floor as he collides with Max Finlaw. That'll be the first foul that we see. Short. And that will conclude the first quarter of play here at the Clark Athletic Center. JJ Sylvia, Carter Sylvia back up with you. And Carter, if you're Bob Slater, you got to be shaking in your boots a little bit. Your Raiders not very used to coming from behind in these state tournament games thus far this year.
For sure, John, but I don't think he's going to be worried about how they're playing right now. It's not one of their strongest quarters for sure, not especially on the score sheet. But I think as the game goes on, we know they'll pick it up.
And if you're head coach Jacob Morales for Masconomet, what do you think are the key high points for your squad from that first quarter?
Continue what you're doing. I mean, you may not be hitting shots at a great efficiency, but the defense has been strong, and they have been opening up passing lanes, and a lot of players creating space for themselves for easy shots.
Raiders and Chieftains will continue to do battle as we head down to the court for quarter number 2 here on Somerset Access TV and SB Blue Raider Studios on YouTube. Back for Farrell. 20 on the shot clock. Denton looking to drive on Finlaw. He can't. Now Farrell glued to by Dom Taylor. He'll pull up and hit. Tough shot there for Jimmy Farrell, but he made it nonetheless.
Yeah, as I said before, creating space for opportunities, and that's what Farrell did on one of the best defenders in the state.
Finlaw goes across. McDonald, another 3. That one's strong as well. Rebound battled for it. Skips out to Finlaw. Huge collision. Let's see who the foul. Brendan driving. Kicks it back out. Max Finlaw. Max in the paint for Bjork. No open shooters yet for the Raiders. Bjork trapped in the paint. Finds Pacheco on the cut. And he can't finish. Bjork had it initially, but it was taken from him by Denton. Now Denton to push the floor all the way with the finish. And Masconomet off to a hot start as the underdog. Pacheco the other way. Cannot get the roll. And all sorts of things going wrong for the Raiders here at the start of the second quarter. A 5-point Masconomet lead, 16-11. Farrell gives it up. Richardson back to Farrell. Now inside. Denton partially blocked by Finn Bjork. It will stay Masco ball. 15 on the shot clock for the Chieftains to work with. Will be on Hunter Rossi.
Yeah, I mean, great defense there by the Raiders. I still think they have to pick up those defensive rebounds there because it has really been hurting them in this first and second quarter. And the third and fourth chances have really been why they're down in this game.
Raiders looking to start a run. Dom Taylor gets it started. And from distance at that, down to a 2-point Chieftain lead, 16-14. Half-court press in effect for the Raiders. Chieftains able to break it. Rossi, a dangerous pass to Farrell, and now Richardson back for Farrell. Good ball movement. 3-pointer from Denton, strong. Rebound corralled by Devin O'Brien. And now Farrell stops on the drive, goes to the corner. Denton another 3, wide left. McDonald has it for the Raiders. Brendan, the bounce pass, Dom Taylor mishandled it. It's on the deck, and grabbing it is Jimmy Farrell. Too many small mistakes for the Raiders thus far, Carter.
Yeah, and it's unusual for them to do these small mistakes, but I think at halftime, Coach Slater will definitely recognize that these things really got to stop.
Good perimeter cycle here by Masco, but no open shooters yet, so Farrell will retreat. 10 on the shot clock. Farrell gets a screen, pulls up, and hits. Jimmy Farrell, one of the Chieftain captains, starting to put his stamp on this game. 19-14 for the Raiders as here come the Chieftains. A 7-point lead to the corner. Weidman, you bet. Cal Weidman from downtown, and a timeout for Bob Slater. We will take it with these two squads. We'll see you on the other side. All sorts of smothered by Devin O'Brien. Masco looking to build on their lead. Inside, Vela going to work on Bjork, puts it up, can't get the roll. Vela got his own board, however. Vela looking to dump it off underneath, and finishing with the and one is Hunter Rossi. And the Masconomet side of this gym going absolutely berserk right now. And he will. 27-14. A 13-point Masconomet lead as they have shocked the favored Raiders. here at the start of this one. Bjork back for Finlaw on the drive. Max with the left hand will finish.
Great answer there by Max Finlaw, putting up a nice finger roll lay around the defender.
Maybe Somerset-Berkley needs to go from a half-court press to a full to slow down this Masco attack. Jamison Vella lost it in the paint. Here comes Colton Pacheco the other way with under 3 to play. Pacheco spins, goes back outside for Bjork. Bjork inside Finlaw, and now Pacheco. Good ball movement, but no open shooter yet. Pacheco shaking and baking, gives it up Finlaw. Finlaw the handoff, Bjork. Bjork outside Finlaw. Thinks about the 3 twice, and then drives. Somerset-Berkley glued to all over the court. Pacheco will come up short on his layup. Masco with an 11-point lead, looking to add. Here comes Jimmy Farrell. Inside, Vella goes to the corner. O'Brien back to Vella as he works on Bjork. Vella backs his man down and finishes. And Carter, it seems Finn Bjork on the defensive end may have finally met his match.
Yeah, I mean, Vella looks very strong inside the paint. Also very quick, finds the open space and makes a nice, easy lay for himself.
Checks in for the Raiders. Bjork cannot make either as the second one rolls in and out. And it's a story of luck right now, all the luck favoring Masconomet, and Somerset-Berkley getting no bounces here in Boston. Farrell, the stop and pop. That one comes up a bit short. Alex Crook has the board. Crook trying to find McDonald. It's picked off. Kyle Weidman can't finish. A putback attempt, count it, and the foul for Jimmy Farrell. And you might want to check on the Masco student fan section. They are going Farrell for Jimmy Farrell.
I mean, great play there by Jimmy Farrell on Alex Crook's head, and that's unusual for Alex Crook, as he's definitely one of the best defenders on this Raider team.
Inside the Clark Athletic Center on the campus of UMass Boston. JJ Sylvia, Carter Sylvia back with you. And Carter, a lot of adjustments to be made for the Somerset-Berkley Raiders during this halftime break.
Yeah, the Raiders really looking like a shell of their real selves tonight. Not really a lot of efficiency in their shooting, and the second and third, fourth chances they're allowing is why they're losing this game.
And for Masconomet, offensive production from all across the board and defensive excellence from across the board. You got to be happy if you're Jacob Morales.
Yeah, for sure, John. And they've been doing all the right things, putting in their second and third chance opportunities and playing some really stingy defense on Colton Pacheco, who had 0 points in that first half.
32-18 in favor of the Masconomet Chieftains as we head into halftime of this Final Four matchup. Raiders looking to mount a comeback and Masco looking to make it Final Four in program history. We will see you on the other side of this halftime break here on Somerset Access TV and SB Blue Raider Studios. Back inside the Clark Athletic Center on the campus of UMass Boston, I'm JJ Sylvia, joined alongside myself by my cousin Carter Sylvia. And Carter, as we look towards this second half, the Raiders are going to need one of the great comebacks in this team's history if they want to come out of this gym victorious tonight.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, John. They have a lot to lose in this game. Obviously, losing the Final Four last year by a crucial call. They got to find their stride. They got to find whatever works. I mean, clearly what they've been doing all season, Masconomet's found an answer for it.
And for Masconomet, who do you think is one player that's going to have to carry most of the workload if the Chieftains want to come out victorious tonight?
It's definitely got to be Jimmy Farrell. I mean, he's really been carrying this team really through this whole first half, along with Vella, who's been great inside on Finn Bjork. So those are the two who definitely have to step up.
It's a battle of bigs and guards today here at Clark. Let's head down to court level as we get the second half underway here on Somerset Access TV and SB Blue Raider Studios on YouTube. For this group of 5 for the Raiders, the most important 16 minutes of their lives. Bjork, the bounce pass for the cutting Pacheco. He'll go up and under and outside. Finlaw, the drop will fall. Max Finlaw getting the scoring started for the Raiders, and here comes that full court press. Pacheco the steal, he got it! Back-to-back buckets, Chieftain lead down to 12. And another steal, Pacheco! Couldn't draw the foul. Raiders staying with that full court press, it's worked thus far. Farrell giving it up for Weidman, back for Farrell, and he drew the foul. Nearly another steal for the Raiders off the full court press as it's knocked out of bounds off of Dom Taylor. First substitution of half number 2 for the Chieftains. Hunter Rossi coming in to replace Jamison Vela. A long inbound pass goes to Denton. Denton up the floor, Hunter Rossi. The bounce pass, trying to go across for O'Brien. Raiders coming the other way with it. McDonald, stop and pop. Yes! Brendan McDonald ignites the Raider faithful, 32-26 in favor of the Chieftains. Only a 6-point game. We will see you on the other side of this break. A lead for the Chieftains that was once double digits is down to singles, 32-26, a 6-point Masconomet advantage. As the Chieftains will inbound into another full court press from the Somerset-Berkley Raiders that caused 2 key turnovers right at the beginning of the half. Another deflection and interception. Pacheco got fouled. You can feel the energy shifting in this building, Carter.
Yeah, I mean, it's really intense in this building, and the full court press is really the reason why.
Colton Pacheco at the line to shoot 2. Pacheco on the season above 70% from the stripe. First one rolls in for number 11. Scratching and clawing their way back into this game here in quarter number 3. Still 6:10 remaining in set quarter. Colton Pacheco looking to make both. And he will. 4-point Masconomet lead. Full court press is not going anywhere. Inbound to O'Brien. He's trapped. O'Brien has it stripped, trying to save it. He stepped out of bounds. I do not believe my eyes, Mr. Cotter. I am flabbergasted with the effort by the Raiders out of the locker room.
As we said in the intermission, the Masconomet has woken the beast. The Raiders are ready to fight back.
Colton Pacheco to inbound for the Raiders. Pacheco into Dom Taylor, who saved it, and now Finlaw. Nice save by Taylor at that. Pacheco working on Weidman, can't get it to go. Rebound battled for. Everybody had a touch on it. It will be Masconomet ball. And again, Bob Slater is not happy with that call, and neither is most of the Somerset-Berkley faithful.
I mean, they're closer to the court, so they probably have a better perspective of what's going on, but I think we always got to respect the refs officials as we get the steal.
Bjork the interception, he threw it off of Weidman, and now Finlaw for Pacheco, blocked! And a vicious one by Jimmy Farrell.
Yeah, a little response play there for Jimmy Farrell, showing Colton Pacheco who's boss.
Corner, Max Finlaw on the drive. With the right hand, it's blocked by Hunter Rossi. A block party over the last minute or so for Masconomet. And that one looked like a backcourt violation and no call. This is going to be tough the rest of the way. Cross-court pass, now back inside. Max Finlaw got his hand in there, and Bjork with the steal. Finn Bjork for McDonald. He'll finish. Back down to a 4-point Masco lead. Chieftains up the floor quickly. Fella on the drive, blocked by Bjork, but he'll get the second the floor. Weidman on the drive, goes up on Bjork, can't finish. Board hits the deck. Pacheco trying to grab it. Weidman there as well. He has it. Weidman has it grabbed from him by Dom Taylor, and here comes McDonald. Brendan McDonald all the way. Yes! 2-point game, 36-34 Masco. Rossi, the dangerous pass, makes its way on the drive, and unable to finish is Thomas Denton. Raiders can tie or take the lead here. McDonald back for Finlaw. Max on the drive, can't finish. Bjork has the old board. Finn Bjork, yes! And we are tied here in Boston. It's 36-36 as the Raiders have come storming back. And like Carter said, they woke up a giant. Masco did. Rossi can't finish. Raiders looking to grab a much-needed lead, and they will. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, the Somerset-Berkley Raiders get another interception. Finn Bjork looking to do it himself. He can't. Now back for McDonald for 3. Bang! Brendan McDonald from downtown. Now the other way come the Chieftains, looking to finish, and unable to do so is Vela. Raiders on the charge the other way. McDonald can't get the roll. That would have been a huge one for the Raiders, but they're up 4 nonetheless. And a foul to be called on Max Finlaw. John Green checking out for Masconomet. Bjork the handoff, McDonald. McDonald back for Bjork, one-on-one against Vela. Finn Bjork on the drive, stops, back for Pacheco, stop and pop, you got it! Colton Pacheco with under half a minute to play in the quarter, full court press, still on in the strip. Don Taylor can't finish. Taylor tries again and gets fouled.
Great play there by Don Taylor. Hasn't really had the most efficient game of his career, but definitely one of the most grittier games where he's just grabbing his own rebounds and drawing fouls.
Games this season. Taylor will make both. 44-37 Raiders. A 7-point lead. Full court press still on. McDonald another steal. Brendan almost. Don Taylor can't finish either, and now Pacheco, he'll try. Can't finish. And Thomas Denton another board. A bounce pass up the floor on the fast break. Jamison Vela with the finish. As quarter number 3 comes to an end here in Boston. And a big round of applause from the Raiders faithful as we look towards quarter 4, back above the Clark Center. JJ Sylvia, Carter Sylvia with you. And Carter, this is what we were waiting for. Masco woke up the sleeping giant.
Yeah, for sure, John. As we said, they woke up the giant, but this game ain't over. It's not even close to being over. Masconomet has a real chance to win this game.
And let's put you in Jacob Morales' shoes again. What's your message to your Chieftains as we head towards this so pivotal fourth quarter?
I think the message has got to be this: the opponent's really been here before. They know what is at stake. Now you just have to match their intensity and win, and go out and win this game.
8 more minutes left to decide who heads to the state championship here at the Division II level. JJ Sylvia, Carter Sylvia, let's head down to court level for quarter number 4 here on Somerset Access TV and SB Blue Raider Studios. Colton Pacheco will inbound to McDonald. Winner of this game will play the winner of Malden Catholic and Oliver Ames in the state championship this coming weekend. Finlaw for Bjork. He'll drive on Vela. Finn Bjork, count it, and the foul!
In usual Finn Bjork fashion, once again driving to the rim and drawing and ones.
The big body and the big finish for Finn Bjork. And Bjork will head to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. He will. An 8-point Somerset-Berkley lead, their largest of the evening. Close to a minute gone in this fourth quarter. Jimmy Farrell across half court, finds Vela again. Vela goes across the court. O'Brien, his 3-pointer. Yes! Devin O'Brien, who was second on the team in scoring for Masconomet in their win over Mansfield, gets himself on the board in the second half. Some excellent Final Four action today here on the campus of UMass Boston. Jimmy Farrell gets the screen from Denton. Farrell will drive, pull, can't hit. Pacheco trying to get the board, has it taken from him. A second chance opportunity won't fall for Devin O'Brien, and here come the Raiders. McDonald on the drive, outside Colton Pacheco. Pacheco will reset and give way to McDonald. Brendan avoids the screen from Finn, driving, dump off Taylor, yes sir! And a timeout for Bob Slater with 5 to play. Carter and I take yet another pause in this so intense basketball game. Masco inbounds, Pacheco nearly had a steal from the full court press. Now Rossi, the bounce pass. Vela, he'll finish again. Jamison Vela all over the score sheet tonight. And back down to a 3-point Raider lead. Bjork nearly had it stripped. And now Finn to the corner, Finlaw. Max will retreat for his captain. Brendan McDonald driving on the pick and roll, finds Finlaw. Finlaw in the paint, the fall away, short. Rebound corralled by Hunter Rossi. Now Farrell will give and go with Thomas Denton, who comes across half court. Denton to the corner, Jamison Vella. Not much of a three-point shooter he is, so he'll give it up. A big three from Denton will fall from Curry range. And we are tied again here in Boston. Taylor on the drive, had it stripped from him by Denton, and he saved it. 49-49 with 4 to play. Anything can happen. Denton thought about another three going inside Vella. Vella outside O'Brien. He'll fake and drive, looking for the dump off for Vella. McDonald tried to steal it, but it goes back into the hands of O'Brien. Farrell, the rebound and push. Brendan on the drive. Circus shot and finish. And it's a seesaw battle here at Clark. Rossi, the long pass for Vella, going against Bjork. Jamison Vella, another finish. And Carter, Jamison Vella has been giving Finn Bjork fits all night.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the toughest matchup Finn Bjork's had on defense. So to really get a lot of points on Finn Bjork, who's one of the premier defenders in Massachusetts, it's really impressive.
A foul on the floor to be called against Devin O'Brien as he went one-on-one against Colton Pacheco. Kyle Weidman about to check back into the game. He will replace Devin O'Brien. That's the second foul for the senior O'Brien. McDonald inbounds it to Taylor, and now Pacheco. As we go under 3 to play, Colton shaking and baking to the corner. Dom Taylor, you bet! Dom Taylor from downtown. Full court press back on for the Raiders, but the speedy Jimmy Farrell will break half court. Farrell, a missed travel call there. Now Weidman hands it off Farrell, guarded by Taylor again. Farrell across, Thomas Denton, he'll drive and float and finish. Thomas Denton unconscious over the past few minutes, and a timeout on the way, which Carter Sylvia and I will take with these two squads once more. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left, and a 54-53 Raider lead.
Like football, 2-minute offense, same thing here. Both teams really have to be crucial to not make a lot of mistakes, because if they do, one team will pounce and ultimately win this game.
Dom Taylor, another three, he got it! Raiders using the full court press again. Farrell will beat it. Farrell with his team down by 4, got stripped by Pacheco. This could be a huge possession for the Raiders if they can put a bucket in. Under 2 to play, 57-53, Somerset-Berkley. McDonald, back outside Finlaw. Raiders cycling. Dom Taylor, baseline drive with the left hand. Raiders still using the full court press. Farrell got fouled. As Carter mentioned, in these types of situations, under 1.5 minutes left. Chieftains, as I mentioned, down by 6, 59-53 to your Raiders. They will inbound. Weidman looking for someone to feed it to. A long pass finds its way to Jimmy Farrell. Farrell gets a screen, pulls up, and hits! Jimmy Farrell from distance, and with 1:19 to play, another timeout on the way. Carter Sylvia and I will see you soon. 59-56, only a 3-point lead. McDonald, the bounce pass, Bjork, he got it! Five-point Raider lead, 61-56, and they stay persistent with the full court press. McDonald colliding with O'Brien. Let's see whose ball it'll be. And it will be a foul on Brendan McDonald. And that's an interesting call, considering both players were going for the ball at the same time. Max Finlaw clapping nonetheless, so the Raiders look unfazed. I think he will be one-on-one against Finn Bjork. Inbound to Brendan McDonald as we're under 1 minute to play. McDonald being paced by Farrell finds Finlaw. Finlaw for McDonald and a trap outside Finlaw. Raiders slow it down a bit. Max Finlaw and another trap for Pacheco and now McDonald. Brendan with the Raiders killing clock. Finlaw, the bounce pass, that's Bjork! Raiders up by 5 again. O'Brien a 3. Won't go. Pacheco has the board. Raiders looking to kill clock. Shot clock is off, and Brendan McDonald gets fouled. Listen to this crowd. "27 seconds left to go, and it all lands on this last 27.1 here inside the Clark Athletic Center. So glad you could all join us on Somerset Access TV and SB Blue Raider Studios on YouTube. Masconomet looking for a last-ditch effort to punch their ticket to the program's first ever state championship game. Somerset-Berkley, as I mentioned already, looking to exorcise the demons and expel the ghosts of so many years ago from their land. Somerset-Berkley, against all odds, down by double digits at the half. Just a prolific comeback. Both will fall for Colton Pacheco. 14 seconds. Chieftains need a prayer. Farrell, the deep 3. That one airballs and goes out of bounds with 8 seconds left. Finn Bjork waves goodbye to the Masconomet student fan section, as does most of the Somerset-Berkley faithful. And the cheers rain down for the Raiders. An unbelievable second half effort that will define the legacy of this team for years to come. Inbound to Finlaw. He'll be fouled instantly by Jake Rollins. Oh my goodness, Carter. What a game.
As I said before, the boys from Somerset, we always battle back, and in this game, the Raiders did just that.
Max Finlaw at the line, just business casual at this point. He'll miss the first. He's a little frustrated about that, but gets some encouragement from his teammates. Raiders about to do a full-scale substitution. Crook, Carpenter, Dos Santos, Loro, and Hansen all about to check in after this Finlaw free throw, potentially. Finlaw will make the second, and here come the subs. And all 5 of the Raider starters will head to the bench to a boisterous round of applause. Masconomet inbound. Farrell across half court will chuck up a 3. That won't go, and your Somerset-Berkley Raiders, for the first time since 19, are going to the state championship game. Final score, 66-58 in favor of your Raiders today here in Boston. Back up top one last time, JJ Sylvia, Carter Sylvia with you, and Carter, that's about the best finish you're ever going to see here in the state tournament.
Yeah, for sure, John. The Raiders have exercised the demon. First time back in the state championship in 71 years. You hear that right, 71.
I did make a quick mistake. It was not 1971 the last time they were in it. It was 71 years ago. So I do want to correct myself on that. But nonetheless, Somerset-Berkley will move on to the state championship to play the winner of Oliver Ames and Malden Catholic. But for now, we step aside for my partner, Carter Sylvia, our Somerset-Berkley Blue Raider Studios crew, and our Somerset Access TV crew. I'm JJ Sylvia, wishing you a good rest of your night from here in Boston.